Welcome to the Nevada Promise Scholarship Training. To meet the training requirement, you must watch the entire video and submit an acknowledgement form after. Your training will not count unless the acknowledgement form is received. The Nevada Promise Scholarship is a last dollar scholarship, which means it is applied only after specific grants or scholarships have been awarded. These are the Federal Pell Grant, Silver State Opportunity Grant, Federal Supplemental Educational Opportunity Grant, and the Millennium Scholarship. The scholarship amount varies by student and is posted to student accounts at the beginning of the fall and spring semesters. The scholarship covers registration fees, technology fees, and the student success fee. Students are responsible for their lab fees and any additional charges to their account. Let's take a look at some examples. Student 1 received a couple GBC scholarships, the Millennium Scholarship, and Nevada Promise. Out of this student's financial aid awards, we will only subtract the Millennium Scholarship before we calculate how much Promise will award. Once again, we will not cover the $60 lab fee. The lab fee will be taken from the amount of the Bessie Gilmore and the fee-generated access scholarship. The student will receive the rest of that amount as a refund. Student 2 has a higher registration fee and has an additional graduation fee. They received the Silver State Opportunity Grant for $2,500, so we will subtract that amount from the balance. We will also subtract the $530 lab fee and the $20 graduation fee since we do not cover those two. Promise will pay $1,071.25. We will not calculate the MTC scholarship, the NEED grant, or the Access grant. Student 3 was awarded the Promise Scholarship. You can see that this student has a lab fee of $75 and a late fee of $50, totaling $125. A late fee of $25 is posted to student accounts each month if they do not pay their portion of the charges. Promise covers the registration fee, tech fee, and student success fee, and the student was left with the lab fee and late fees. Everyone that has applied for the Nevada Promise Scholarship is eligible as long as you complete the requirements on time. Let's go over those requirements and their due dates. Pay close attention as failure to complete the requirements by their due date will result in an automatic loss of eligibility. This training is the first requirement. The other requirements are applying for admission to GBC, completing a FAFSA and adding GBC as a school option, completing 8 hours of community service, meet with your assigned mentor, and completing all items on your to-do list. Apply for admission to GBC as soon as possible. When you apply, include your Social Security number. That number is what will link your FAFSA to your GBC account. You will need an NSHE ID number in order to submit the community service hours also. If you are a dual enrolled student, you do not need to do this step unless you are taking college courses at a different institution. If this is the case, you will enter that same NSHE ID number you already have onto your admission application for GBC. There is no cost to apply for admission, and this does not mean that you have to attend GBC in the fall. To apply for admission, visit our website, gbcnv.edu/admissions. To complete the FAFSA, go to studentaid.gov and select the 2026-27 FAFSA. You will need your parents' 2024 tax information. If you do not have a Social Security number, there is an alternate form to do instead of the FAFSA. If this applies to you, please reach out to your guidance counselor at the high school or email me and I can get that form to you. If you have a Social Security number but your parents do not, you are still required to complete the FAFSA. Contact the financial aid office if you have any questions regarding this matter. If you are in a guardianship or have an unusual circumstance, reach out to the financial aid office for guidance. You may send your FAFSA up to 20 different schools, and GBC must be listed as one of them in order to meet this requirement. Community service hours are reported using an online form. To fill out the form, you will need to have an NSHE ID. A link to the form will be emailed to all students in March, after the training deadline. We recommend keeping a list of any service you've completed or will complete before then. When reporting your hours, you'll need to enter the date, number of hours, location, and a supervisor's name and email address. That supervisor will receive a copy of your email asking them to verify your time. Community service must be completed through a club or organization and must benefit the community. A direct family member cannot supervise you or benefit from your service. Some examples would be raking your neighbor's yard. That would not count as community service. Helping your parents grade papers of their teachers would not count as community service. Volunteering at a school carnival does count as community service. Cleaning a park with a nonprofit organization or a school club would count as community service. Mentors will be assigned to each student in April after the FAFSA deadline. You will receive your mentor's name and contact information through email, and you will be responsible to reach out to that person to schedule a meeting. The meetings can be done in person, over the phone, or through Zoom. The deadline to meet with your mentor is July 1st. Let's go over a little information about Great Basin College. GBC serves communities across Nevada. We offer one-year certificate programs, associate degrees, and bachelor degrees. We have campuses in Winnemucca, Pahrump, Ely, and Elko. We also have centers across the state. At GBC, you have the option of taking courses online, in person, or a combination of both. We offer certain bachelor degrees that can be fully completed online as well. Our tutoring services are also offered online and in person, ensuring you are always supported. On this slide, we have some frequently used departments. The controller's office is who you want to contact with any billing questions, to set up payment plans, or make payments over the phone. The Disability Resource Center is where you request disability-related accommodations. The Learning Commons brings together essential academic and career resources in one supportive environment. It consists of library services, testing centers, tutoring services, career center. The help desk is who you want to contact if you need assistance with your user ID, passwords, or for basic support for the GBC computer applications. FAFSA stands for Free Application for Federal Student Aid. The FAFSA is the form you fill out to find out how much money you can get to help pay for college. It is completely free and it connects you to different types of financial help, like grants, which is money you do not have to pay back, student loans, which offer low interest rates, work-study jobs, and even scholarships from your state or future college. Filling out the FAFSA is the first and most important step to getting financial aid. It gives you access to the largest source of money available to help students afford education after high school. The deadline to have your FAFSA in our system is April 1st, 2026. Once your FAFSA is submitted to GBC, you will receive an email that will list at least one additional form for you to fill out. This will also be listed in your MyGBC Student Center under the section titled To-Do List. All items on that list are due by July 1st. Call the Financial Aid Office if you have any questions or concerns regarding the FAFSA or the items on your to-do list. Once you graduate high school and have met all the requirements up to that point, there are a few more things to do. To receive the scholarship, you must be enrolled in a minimum of 12 credits for the fall. Meet with an advisor to discuss placement tests, select a degree, and enroll in classes. You must be degree seeking in order to receive financial aid. To maintain your eligibility throughout your time at GBC, you will need to meet 4 standards each semester. Meet satisfactory academic progress, report 8 hours of community service each semester, meet with your mentor each semester, and submit a FAFSA and complete the to-do list items once a year. Once again, failure to meet any of these requirements will result in an automatic loss of eligibility for the scholarship. As long as you continue to meet the requirements, the Nevada Promise Scholarship is good for up to 3 years or until you receive an associate's degree, whichever comes first. We can't wait to see you at Great Basin College in the fall. Now that you have watched this training, remember to submit your acknowledgement form. You will not receive credit for the training unless you submit this form. The link to the form is under the training video on our webpage. You will receive a confirmation email after you submit the form. Hold on to that for your records. If you have questions regarding the scholarship or the requirements, you can reach out to me by email, phone, or in person at the Student Financial Services office inside Berg Hall, located at the Elko campus. Thank you for watching.